You fought hard to get your Social Security disability benefits. I mean, it probably took months, maybe even years of battling. So the absolute last thing you want is to lose them over a simple, avoidable mistake. Let's dive into the 5 biggest risks so you can protect what you've earned. A lot of people think that once they're approved, they're set for life. But that is absolutely not true. Not even close. The Social Security Administration, the SSA, they are always monitoring claims. And trust me, their rules can be incredibly strict. If you break those rules, even by accident, your checks can stop cold. So right now, we're going to break down the 5 most critical mistakes you absolutely have to avoid to keep your benefits safe and sound. Okay, first up is the most common pitfall of all. This is where so many people unintentionally get into trouble. Trying to work without really understanding the rules. It's a real trap. This right here gets to the heart of how the SSA thinks. If you earn too much money, they don't just, lower your check a bit. No, they conclude your disability has ended. For them, it is a completely black and white issue. And this is the magic number for 2025. It's called Substantial Gainful Activity, or SGA. If your gross monthly income, that's before they take out any taxes, goes over this amount, it's like setting off a giant red flare at the SSA headquarters. So here's the crucial part. You can try to work. The SSA actually has programs for it. The key is you have to use their official trial work period, and you have to report every single dollar you earn right away. Don't hide it. You've got to communicate it. All right, moving on to our second point. This trap isn't about money at all. It's about your medical records and the story that they're telling the SSA. And I get it. You are so tired of doctor's appointments, and maybe you feel like they can't really do much more for you. But to the SSA, no doctor visits means no ongoing problem. They call this medical improvement, even if you feel exactly the same, or maybe even worse. And this visual just lays out the danger perfectly. You have a gap in your treatment, and then that dreaded letter for a continuing disability review shows up. When they ask for your records and find nothing recent, well, their conclusion is simple and it is swift. Your benefits are terminated. Your protection here is all about consistency. That continuous paper trail from your specialist is the single best piece of evidence you have that your condition and your limitations haven't gone away. Okay, number 3. This one seems almost too simple to be a problem, but believe me, it trips people up constantly. And it all has to do with that physical mailbox outside your house. See, the SSA is pretty old school. They send critical, time-sensitive legal notices by snail mail. And if you don't respond, they honestly don't care how sick you are. They will suspend your benefits for a simple procedural reason: failure to cooperate. And just look how fast this can all go down. A letter arrives, you miss the deadline, which can be as short as 10 days, and boom, the system automatically flags your account and suspends your payments. Just like that. So, the takeaway here is simple, but it's really urgent. Open that mail the day it arrives. And if you move, your very first call should be to the SSA to update your address. Don't let your benefits get lost in the mail. Let's move on to a really modern trap. One that didn't even exist a decade ago, but is now a major risk for anyone on disability benefits. Oh, yeah, disability fraud investigators are real, and one of the very first places they look is your public social media profile. They are literally scrolling, searching for a disconnect between what your medical files say you can't do and what your photos show you doing. So you might post something like this, right? You're feeling proud of a rare, good day where you could push through the pain to be there for your family. It feels totally innocent, a moment of triumph. But to an investigator, your context just doesn't matter. They don't see a good day. They see a picture of someone lifting boxes, and they will present that as hard evidence that you are not as limited as you claim to be. So the crucial point is just to be mindful. Assume anything you post publicly can and will be seen. It's not about being paranoid, it's really about being smart and not handing them ammunition to use against you. And finally, number 5. Now, this one is super important, but it is specifically for those of you receiving supplemental security income, or SSI, which is based on financial need. With SSI, a huge mistake is not reporting the help you get from others. If a family member lets you live with them rent-free or a friend pays for your groceries, you just can't keep that a secret from the SSA. This is what they call in-kind support and maintenance. They actually view that free rent or food as a form of income, and it can reduce your monthly SSI payment. And if they find out about it later, they will say they overpaid you and demand you pay it all back. The only way to protect yourself here is with total transparency. The moment your living or financial situation changes, you have to report it. This prevents a massive overpayment debt from building up that they will absolutely collect from your future checks. So, there you have it, right? Watch your income, keep seeing your doctor, open your mail, be careful online, and report all help if you're on SSI. You went through so much to secure these benefits. The final step is just to stay vigilant and protect them.